Happy Friday, everybody. I am here in one of our newly remodeled classrooms, and it is looking so great. We are excited about our return, and I know that's what you are wondering about, and I want to make sure that you know that we are planning to return back to normal and all our different places. The first day back is Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, October 23rd, is when we will start Carline back in our normal places, and all of the classes will be returned. High school will get their classes back. 8th grade will be back in ACAD Corner. Elementary classes will be back here in the elementary main building here as well. So Tuesday afternoon, just so you know, we're going to do some moving. We have some growth groups that are going to be helping from the high school. On the serve day, we have a growth group serve day, by the way, on Tuesday. We're going to be serving all over Greenville in different places. One of those places is going to be here, helping to clean classrooms and put some things back as well. The dress for elementary will be the same until we move back on Wednesday, and then we need to go back to normal as far as dress expectations and attendance and those kind of things. Workload, again, will go back to normal on Wednesday for elementary. Now, high school and middle school, we've been allowed some workload outside of class, but it is not dependent on the internet. And we got some feedback from you, from your feedback form. Again, there's another one that we want to check on you to see how you're doing, but there's still about 25% of our families, as far as we know, that do not have reliable internet. So that's why our workload, even though we're going back to regular workload, we are not relying on the internet for that in any way. So the teachers are making adjustments. A lot of the teachers are doing different things as well. And so we're going to continue that remodel in our minds as how we do homework and how we do classwork as well. It's great conversations that we've been having with our students and with our teachers about that. Another thing about elementary school that I want you to know about is that the parent-teacher conferences that we have in the past scheduled, where we would have half days and you would sign up for a time and teachers would stay until late on a couple days. Because of everything that's going on, we're actually changing that as well. And so we have 3 weeks of time. You'll get an email today from your teacher, if you're an elementary parent, that has some times for you to sign up for a conference. It can either be live or a Zoom conference. And the purpose of our fall conferences is for every student to be able to have a chance to be represented by their parents and by their teachers, and to come together and partner with you. That's our mission, is to partner with you as parents, and that's what we do in the fall, is that we want to meet with every child's parents and talk about, okay, what can we learn from home? What can you learn from school? Everybody, regardless of how they're doing grades or otherwise, we want to have a conference with you. So we've given 3 weeks for this to happen. So check that out. It's between 3 and 5. And so whatever is convenient for you, sign up for a time for that with your teacher. And so I know we're looking forward to going back to normal, or at least a new normal as we get back in. I just want to mention a couple things. First of all, about the workload. I know a lot of you parents have shared how much you've enjoyed having no homework at all or no workload outside of the workday. And that's certainly a new model that we've looked at during these times. And there's an appropriate level of workload that's outside of class, and we're having great conversations about that. And so I just want to let you know that attached here is a white paper. I don't know if you saw it. We put it out earlier in the year, but we had a task force this summer to look at the idea of workload and what is appropriate workload and what is the theoretical framework for conversations about that. So I just want to remind you about that and check that out, the white paper, if you didn't check that out before. The other thing as we get back is we've been pretty relaxed on the dress because of the time, and that's appropriate. But as we get back in, I just want to remind you that hoodies and outerwear need to be branded, BJA branded as well. So Land's End has a ton of great options. We sell some on the in the Academy gym. There's an area that you can get hoodies and some other things if you need that. So reach out if you need it, but just some gentle reminders as we get back into the swing of things. And we have some exciting things that are coming up I want you to know about. First of all, there is a Pizza with the President that we have coming up on October 28th. And I caught up with Dr. Josh Crockett, and I found him in his office. He got actually displaced as well. And so he has a couple words to say to us about the Pizza with the President coming up October 28th. Hey, I have a special guest with us. I found our president, our dear Dr. Crockett. You've been displaced, so you understand what these elementary teachers and students feel like.
Exactly.
Right? So
I'm
this is
glad
not
to be
your
back in my
not your
home,
office, right?
Yeah, this is the interview office right next to the busiest desk on campus.
There's a special day coming up, Pizza with the President.
Yes.
And it's coming up soon. It's a special time for our Bob Jones Academy families to come meet you, hear about the BJU, and we do it especially for our seniors and juniors and anyone really can come and find out and hear the vision that God has given you. And we're excited to partner with you, but this is the first time to come and meet. If you haven't met Dr. Crockett, you got to come see him, say hello about that time.
Free pizza, free swag. What more could you ask for?
What more could you ask for? That's right. That's right. So we'll be there, and we want you to know. So parents, please come out and look forward to that time. Pizza with the President coming up real soon.
Awesome.
See you there.
Dr. A.
All right, see you there. And next Thursday on October 24th, we're going to have our next Donuts with Dr. A at the middle school. So we had two Donuts with Dr. A times, and it was a great time for parents to come in and talk and for us to just share and listen to what's going on. So please come to that. It'll be down in ACAD Corner. We'll be back in, and that'll be the second day that the 8th graders will be back in there. So we're going to use the 8th grade building for our Donuts with Dr. A. I hope you can come out and make that. Many of you know who Hidden Treasure is. It's a sister school to us here in Greenville that serves kids that have learning disabilities, and it's a great sister institution that has partnered with us for a long time. And so they have a fundraiser every year to help support their mission, and it's a great thing. So I want to plug that right here. So there's a flyer attached if you can check that out. They have a spring or a fall fest time with a walk fest and bake sale and other things on Saturday, October 26th. There's also a Chick-fil-A night on October 22nd. All the proceeds go towards them from those fundraisers. So worthy endeavor, worthy sister institution to BJA, and check that out if you're interested. I also want to let you know that there's other things coming up. The week of November 11th, we're actually doing our senior trip that we missed because of the storm. And so the Wilds has worked night and day, literally, to get their camp ready for us, and they have said they're ready to go. And so we have rescheduled our senior trip for November 11th through 15th. And we do our senior trip because we want our seniors, who are our leaders in our school, to take this time to bond together as a class and really examine what God would have them do with their lives. And they're at a point of making some very important decisions. So this is a curriculum, part of our curriculum here at BJA, is that we do this senior trip. It's not optional, it's required. And we go and we want God's word to penetrate their lives, and we've always been pleased. So be in prayer about that. Last thing I want to mention today is that if you are interested in being a part of the Parent Serve team or helping out with that, there's a link that you can fill out and show your interest in what you're able to do. The Parent Serve teams at all of our levels are such a blessing to us, and they have been serving our students and our faculty and just blessing us in so many ways. And we really, really appreciate all the parents that are volunteering their time to just bless us. We can't tell you thank you enough. So as we end our adventure that is study abroad, I hope you enjoyed the time as much as we did and learned as much as we did. It's been a great time. So we are going to be back to our normal Lions Roar routine. I will send one more video out, Lord willing, on Tuesday with some final updates and final announcements, and make sure that everything is clear so you're ready to go on Wednesday. But until then, hope you have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing everyone next week and excited what God is doing here at Bob Jones Academy. Thanks for being a part of the family. Behind me is some 8th graders doing a challenge for the amazing race. So if you have an 8th grader, you need to ask them about it. So how's it going, guys, with the amazing race? You figuring this out?
Yeah, great.
Getting some clues. They're getting clues for the next, and it's scattered all over campus for them to.
No tricycle.
They didn't like the tricycle challenge.